Okay, hello everyone. Welcome to Doing Rope. We're gonna to share the lithium battery recycling machine today to introduce the technology of the reuse of the lithium battery. So we are Doing Rope, the manufacturer of the waste tire, waste plastic pyrolysis machine, and the e-waste recycling equipment like the PCB board, lithium battery, solar panels, and also we have the combination equipment to recycle the biomass. If you're interested in this equipment or want to know more information, you can send a private message to us, tell us your requirements. Our sales manager can give you our catalog and the price list. And so today with the technology development, the electronic products and the electronic, like the cars, are becoming more and more popular in our daily life. So the lithium battery has becoming an important part. And with the service life of the lithium battery gradually ending, a large number of the waste lithium battery are just facing the problem of disposal. And today we will introduce one way that is environmental friendly to process the lithium battery and also can get some profit. It's have the valuable, like to recover the valuable metals and for example the cobalt, nickel, lithium, and copper, aluminium, and so on. This is the today's topic. So I'm not sure is there anybody in my live show or is there any comment because I can't see now. But if you want to get the information, you can just contact with us, send your requirements to us privately. We will give you our catalog. Or if you want to visit our project cases, and our sales manager can take you to our factory and also our project cases. Now we have our customers more than 120 countries, so it's very convenient for you to visit our client's factory in each continent. Also, questions like about lithium battery, about the PCB board recycling, or the solar panels, with tire, with plastic, or the biomass. You can all contact with us. We have the different ways to process this solid waste and hazardous waste. Okay, and let's start from here. So the first is what kind of lithium battery we can process. Well, this is this classification by the physical characteristic, like the power lithium battery, the hard shell lithium battery, or the mobile lithium battery, plastic shell lithium battery, and also the soft lithium battery, and so on. And also the positive and negative parts of the battery also we can recycle. And they can mainly divide it into NMC and LFP lithium battery. While the NMC lithium battery contain the manganese, nickel, and cobalt, and LFP containing lithium, phosphate, and so on. So this is different lithium battery that can all process. And what products we can get? Here give the answer. The first one is the copper, that we can get nearly 10 to 15% of the copper powder, and also just 10 to 15% of the aluminium. And also, if your raw material like the hard shell lithium battery, that we can get nearly 5% of the iron. And the next 50 to 55% is the black powder. This mixed black powder that it contained the cobalt oxide lithium and the graphite powder. And this may have some lithium inside, and it's much more expensive than the copper and aluminium. We have some valuable metals. We can just separate the lithium from the powder and just can get the high prices. This is kind of a brief introduction about our raw materials and our products. So, and let's come to how we can process, in which ways, and about the certificate of our equipment. Here is the working process. Can you see it clearly? And first is the scrap lithium battery, and at the very beginning, it's the pre-process to put the scrap lithium battery into the concentration of 10% the sodium chloride solution, and soaked it for more than 2 days, just 48 hours, so that the positive and negative terminals of the battery are short circuit, and we can just let the battery discharge completely. And this is the first step. And if you chose the natural drying, you can just choose the natural to dry the lithium battery or the equipment drying. You can get the combination furnace in this step to dry the raw materials. Just if your capacity is more than 500 kilogram per hour, so it just suggests that you can get a machine to dry them quickly. So first we will discharge the the lithium battery, and then we will put the wet lithium battery into the shredder. This is also the pre-process step. We will use the double shaft shredder to crush the lithium battery at around 3 to 5 centimeter. And then they will go into the combination machine. While this furnace is used, can use the electric heating or gas heating. The heating temperature in the furnace is 100 to 450 degrees, while the electrolyte in the battery is completely volatilized to just get the harmless treatment. And also the wet sodium chloride solution will also just evaporate. And because we have the combustion system, so we need the dust and the gas cleaning system to ensure there are no harmful smoke to release. So this is, we get the spraying machine system, activate carbon system, and the UV photooxygen catalytic system to purify different harmful particles. For example, the spraying tower system mainly can remove the water soluble gases such as hydrogen chloride, the hydrogen fluoride, and so on. It can filter out most of the dust contained in the exhaust gas. And also the active carbon system has the advantages of high absorption efficiency, wide application range, and easy maintenance. And also it can treat different variety of the mixed gas. This is the second part. And also the third part, the UV photooxygen catalytic system mainly cracks the lipids products in the flue gas to produce harmful inorganic substance such as the water and also the carbon dioxide. Okay, and this is the different purification device. And then we will go into our processing step. The first, we will use the crusher. And this is the hammer crusher or hammer blade crusher. Well, it's a kind of impact crusher by the high-speed rotation of the hammer blades in the crushing chamber so as to make the material to be crushed, and the particles will crush to less than 10 millimeter from 3 to 5 centimeter. And then the crushed particles will go into the first rotary screen. And this is the to separate this kind of the carbon black. Well, it will throw the 120 mesh screen surface rolling rotary screen so as to qualified materials. Well, just is discharged through the screen holes. And the black powder here can be recovered about 60 to 70%. This is kind of the carbon black. And then we will go into the magnetic separator. This is to separate the iron from the particles. And then this is the liner vibrating screen. Well, a liner vibrating screen will use vibration, the different products. They have different layers, 2 layers. One is 2 millimeter and one is 100 mesh, and this stainless steel, the shredder. That's the top layer of the screen is a diaphragm, equipped with pipes and fans to remove the plastic diaphragm. And the middle layer is a copper, aluminium, and black powder. Also, the bottom layer is the black powder. The recovery rate of the diaphragm is 98%. Just in this step, almost all the diaphragm were recycled. Okay, this is kind of the introduction of the lithium battery recycling equipment. Do you have any questions about this or any other information you want to know? You can send a private message to us. We can just give you our sales managers contact ways, and you can get the catalog, our price list, and other parameters just according to our equipment. Because I not sure is there anybody in my live is there anybody in my live show, or is there any comment? I can't see the comment section now, so you can just send a private message to us. Okay, and then we will go into the liner vibrating screen, and this is to separate the diaphragm. Okay, let's start from here, and then the particles of the copper, aluminium, and the kind of the black powder will go into the second hammer crusher. Also, it is the hammer blade crusher that will crush the particles under 6 millimeter. And the material then enters the second rotary screen to further screen the black powder. The second stage is 4 meters long and has the 140 mesh screen. At this point, 10% of the black powder is screened out. By this step, the black powder recovery rate is 95%. The grinder is at the next step will grind the raw material, mostly as a copper and aluminium, as a granular shape, grinding to finer particles. And the grinder is connected with the ID vibrating screen. The rotary vibrating sieve is equipped with a 50 mesh screen in the upper layer and 120 mesh screen in the lower layer, while the small amount of the black powder comes out from the lower layer of the rotary screen sieve, and the middle layer sieve is to come out of the copper aluminium mixture into the next level to sorting machine. And ID vibrating screen is a high precision screening machinery with low noise, high efficiency, fully closed structure, and stable for screening and fertilizing the granular powder and other materials. And in this step, the black powder here is to recover about 99%. And also we forget to see about the first layer. Just if the particles cannot to go through the 15 mesh screen, they will go back to the grinder to grain again. And this is our just design to ensure they can just reach to a standard. And then the air gravity salt will utilize to separate the copper and aluminium. It will combine the action of the airflow and the vibration friction on the materials. While the large particles, the copper, will settle to the bottom, and the smaller aluminium particles will suspend on the surface of the layer. By action of the airflow, we will just separate. They will go out in different outlets. Now, in this link, the recovery rate of the copper and aluminium is about 98%. This is the whole production line. And because if you don't equip it with the carbonization equipment, then the whole other design, they're all physical production. There are no combustion system, no smoke, no catalytic, and also no chemical waste or water pollution. So the only pollution that we need to process is about the dust in our scrap lithium battery. So we will equip it with the cyclone dust collector and the pulse dust collector to purify the dust that to ensure our the clean environment of our workplace. Here is the working process, and if you have any questions, you can just leave in the comment section, or if you can't see this catalog clearly, then we can just send you privately. You can tell us your requirements to us privately, not in the comment section, because I can't see here, so I can't see it now. You can just send a private message to us and tell my assistant, then they will just know your requirements and tell our sales manager, then we can give you our catalog and our price list. Okay, and welcome our new friends here. We are doing rope, the manufacturer of the lithium battery recycling equipment, the solar panels recycling equipment, and the PCB board recycling. And also we have the carbonization furnace to process biomass, and the pyrolysis machine to process waste tire with plastic and get flue oil. And by the way, we also have the distillation equipment to process the waste oil, like the waste engine oil, waste lubricated oil, and the waste tire oil, plastic oil. We can get the purified diesel from the waste oil. This is different products, and in this slide is the word introduction of our different process. You can have a look. Any questions if you have, you can leave in the comment section. And like the same as I introduced, the first is the starting step that put the scrap battery into 8 to 15% of the sodium chloride solution for 48 hours to let the batteries discharge completely. And the second is the shredder. The shredder will break the battery to small particles. And then a carbonization machine, the furnace will be heated to 100 to 450 degrees by gas or electricity to make the liquid volatilize. And then the gas and smoke a removal machine. During the above process, we need the gas cleaning system, including spring tower, activate carbon system, and UV photooxygen catalytic. And then we will go into the process collector to remove the dust. The dust collection system includes cyclone dust collector to collect the bigger dust, and the post-dust collector to collect the smaller dust. And then the first crusher is right in the very beginning. We will use the hammer blade crusher, while the materials will be crushed to smaller than 10 mm by the first crusher. And the first rotary screen, we will get about 60% of the black mass from it. The screen is 120 mesh. Then a magnetic separator will remove the iron. The liner vibrating screen has two screens, one is 2 mm and one is 100 mesh. From the bottom screen is 98% diaphragm. The middle is copper, aluminium, and a small amount of the black mass. And then from the bottom, we will get the black mass. Then the second crusher is also the hammer blade crusher to get the smaller than 6 mm the materials. The second rotary screen, we can get about 95% of the black mass. Then the grinder will grind the material, mainly copper and aluminium, to granulars. This is the different step, and the equipment feature. Just our main feature is one. The first one is adopt advantage technology of crushing and separating system. After crush separately, then copper, aluminium, and powder, all positive and negative plate will be separated in a separation system with high purity output. The second is the main technology is to combine the crushing and separation system for battery recycling, achieve greater energy saving effect during the production process, and get a high separation rate of copper, aluminium, and powder of positive and negative plate. So the technical standard of the equipment, the first one, a recovery of metals is more than 98%, and a powder recovery rate also more than 98%. And the recovery of diaphragm, we can also recycle 98% of the diaphragm. This is the plastic, and the content of the metals in the powder is smaller than 1%. Here is the layout. Can you see it clearly? Working process. This designed by our engineer. Well, this is just for reference because we have different capacity and different workshop. So the layout is of each customer is just different. You can see which we equipped it with a processing line. And this is the very beginning. Then the first is the crusher separator. Yeah, it's a separator. And then the condensation furnace to volatilize the electrolyte and the solution outside. Then the first hammer crusher, rotary screen, and the liner vibrating screen and magnetic separator. Then we will use the wind conveyor to the second crusher and the second rotary screen. Here is a post-dust collector, and this is a spray tower to purify the gas. This is a 3D layout. Here is the name of our company. Henan is the province name. Doing is our name. Doing, and Holdings is our company. And we also have 7 subsidiaries for different products. And also we have a subsidiary company in Nigeria. that to process the cassava, the starch, and the palm oil or different oil. Here's the working step. And then let's see the equipment list. Let's have a look at this. The first is the belt conveyor. You can just see the which we equipped it. This is for 500 kilogram per hour. You can see the equipment and the power. First is the belt conveyor and the double shaft shredder, and also a belt conveyor to the first hammer crusher. Then, because this is a particle side, so we will use the weighing conveyor in this step to just transport them in a sealed environment. And then to the first rotary screen, the belt conveyor, magnetic separator, liner vibrating screen. This is also the weighing conveyor. In second, 3 hammer crusher, and the power is 30 kilowatt. Then also by using the weighing conveyor to crush the particles and 6 millimeter to the second rotary screen. And this is a grinder of 37 kilowatt. Air separator to almost we have 2 air separator to separate. Second step, if you have the solar panel recycling machine, that the particles, materials that are not copper and aluminium, they're all metals. For the solar panels, we will separate the copper and plastic, so we can use electrolytic separator to separate with a more higher separation rate. This is 2 air separator. We will use the vibration and the wind blowing to separate the copper and aluminium. And then this is the pulses collector and the diaphragm collector. And here shows this kind of spare part for reference. You see the above placed period is based on the normal operation condition, just for reference. Please check this part granularly and replace them according to the actual situation. Most of the spare part is the screen and the blade, and the changing period 1 to 2 months, or like the filter bag 6 months. Also, to repeat again, it will according to your actual situation, your working efficiency, your working time. We show this is to remind you that you need to check them granularly to ensure they can use with a high efficiency. And this is the kind of remark, like our price term or our after-sales service. Just also the prices for reference maybe change and for different regions, for different continents. Also, we have the installation, the commission, and operation training. Technical engineer will be arranged to customer site for guiding the machine installation, commission, and operation training. And the price, just for reference. And we have 1-year warranty, except the wearing part or man-made damage. Here is a project case. This is the rotary screen, and let's see some pictures. Okay, and here is some project case of our equipment. Let's see it to get more clear mind of the lithium battery. Okay. And this is a belt conveyor, and then we will go into this dust collector, the post-dust collector, yes, to collect the dust. Or this is, and this is a sealed environment of the belt conveyor because now we transport the particles. Here are the big This is the rotary screen, and this is the cyclone conveyor. Here are some particles. This one, here is the ID vibrating screen. This is for 50 mesh, and this is 120 mesh. It is connected with the grinder. Here are the waste lithium battery. You can see the on the surface there is a dust, so we need the dust cleaning system to recycle them. Yeah, this is the prototype in our factory. So if you want to see this, you can contact our factory to see, or you can take your raw materials to us, and we have a free service to just have experiment of your materials. Is it can reach to a standard of the particles or the separation rate? Yeah, this is kind of particles, the plastic. No more other pictures. This is the transport. Just we will send this to our client's factory. A rotary screen, packing. Here is our customers and our sales manager in the factory to see how it works. And this is the powder. This is a copper. You can see nearly 120 mesh. Different particles. Here is a copper, very fine. And this is the black powder. The lithium powder. Copper. And here are the glasses from this solar panels. This is aluminium. Here the aluminium. You can see the separation rate. The iron. for different sizes. So we need to separate them in the very beginning, just to ensure that we don't have the damage of our blade. This is also the project cases. Well, any questions? Or if you want to visit our factory, you can send your requirements to us. Our sales manager can take you to our factory to see how we how we just built the equipment. Also, you can send your materials to us. You can have an experiment, a test of the separation rate, and it can give you analysis. Profit analysis just depends on your materials. The whole processing line. This is activate absorbing machine to contact with the carbonization furnace. A different waste. Okay, any questions you have, you can leave in the comment section. And let's see some video. Here is a working step. Well, the placement site, it will just compare with your workplace. We will give you the catalog, give you the layout. This is a PCB working machine. Sorry, the PLC machine to control the whole production line. So any questions you have, you can leave in the comment section. If there are no more questions, we will say goodbye now. And this is all the sharings about today's live show. Here is the air separator to separate the copper and aluminium. And then we will link with the process collector. Okay, so if you want to buy this processing line, you can contact with our sales manager. You need to leave your contact ways like your WhatsApp, email to us privately. Then we will add you and send you our catalog, our price list, and give you the certificate plan for you. So if you need this service, you can contact with us. We are doing rope, the manufacturer of the waste tire, waste plastic, carbonization furnace, and pyrolysis machine, and the e-waste recycling and reuse equipment like to recycle the lithium battery, PCB board, solar panels. Okay, and this is today's introduction. Thank you for your watching today. Have a nice day.